So I would stop, I would take a break, and then, I kept, doing the same thing over and over and over, repetitious, right? Between, over and over again. So, oh crap, I dropped my thing. So anyway, what happened? I would stop again, take a break. And once I started getting to a mile, it didn't become easier. So I'm not going to say that. I would stop, take another break, and say, Crystal, you did a great job. Crystal, you're doing fine. I'm so proud of you, girl. You a bad bitch. I would put it out there in my mind that I was capable of doing it. And then I started getting further and further. I mean, I remember this time, maybe a year ago, what are you driving? Or I just started driving again, I think. A year and a half, something like that. I just started driving back again because I told myself that I had to. Sometimes you got to give yourself grace. Postpartum, anxiety, panic attacks, depression, all those bipolar things that we go through in life, sometimes it doesn't open overnight. It opens over time when you don't take care of yourself, or you hold so much in, you know what I mean? I guess so much was held in that everything hit me at the same time. And when I hit that baby, it was a wrap. But I'm here to tell you, you're not by yourself. Take care of yourself and give yourself some grace. Just take your time. It's not going to be easy, but you got to push yourself. Even if you don't want to, and you got to get uncomfortable. I had to get uncomfortable a whole lot of times, and it was okay. I would call my friends. I remember going to work one day, and I was like, I'm about to turn around. I can't make it. I'm not ready to come back to work yet. Whatever the situation was, I remember calling my supervisor and said, hey, are you busy? Are you working? What are you doing? I said, can you just talk to me about anything? And she and my other supervisor, which is a guy, the head supervisor, was like, I sure will. And I was like, I remember talking to them, and he said, because we lived close to each other, and he was like, I'll meet you on the side of the road and we'll try to work together. And I said, man, the love that you can get from human beings is absolutely phenomenal. Sometimes when you can't do it by yourself, it's okay. And I remember when I had started my new job, and a lady was scared to drive and stuff like that, and she was embarrassed, and I told her my story. She said, and I said, guess what? I'll meet you halfway. That's when I had started driving a little bit again and all that stuff. So just take it one day at a time. I'm here to tell you that you're not by yourself. It's okay. Give yourself some grace. And, you really got to get uncomfortable, because as you continue to get uncomfortable, everything's going to get better, guys. So I love you. I support you. And I start now telling my stories a little bit more. When I'm in intimate settings and stuff like that, I'll tell my stories. But you know what? Let's share them together. That's okay. So if you know someone that is suffering on the inside, or you think they perhaps are suffering, from the inside, tell them to get therapy. Send them to my website, and I can, share little things with them or whatever the case is. And I'd like to hear from you. I really would like to.